Shorties in the city moving slow. 3500 for the coat. Only real niggas keep you float. Only true niggas.
So Scorpio dropped on the 29th of June 2018. 1 week ago.
6.
It's been 1 week since the release. Numbers are back. He sold 750,000. A lot of people were thinking he's gonna sell 1 million, but that didn't really happen. But he did break the record where he's the first artist to reach 1 billion streams in a week. So that's a really big deal. That means he's the best streaming artist ever at this point. What do you think about them numbers? You respect the
numbers?
streaming?
I respect the streaming. The billion first week, I respect that because Migos Culture 2 took about a month. If I wasn't mistaken, when they came out on Instagram and they showed their billion streams. So Drake doing that in 1 week is also impressive. And mind you, Culture 2 had about 24 tracks. Drake's Scorpion has 25. But like you said, Drake does good in with streams, you know? Like his music is catered to everyone. So shout out to Drake for that. But where I'm disappointed is the first week sales.
750. You don't think 750 was
750. Good? I mean, in Drake standards, I'm comparing Drake to Drake.
His last album did 500, and the one before that did 1 million.
His last official like a studio album that sold under 1 million was
More Life.
Nothing Was the Same, because More Life is a playlist.
Well, that's
What a Time to is a playlist. What a Time to Be Alive is a collab project with Future. So you have to go all the way back to Nothing Was the Same, which Nothing Was the Same sold about 600 to 700,000. You know, don't quote me on the number. So it's like
you sold 1 million because of the streaming rules, or that any single you have, all the sales that it accumulates before the album drops, those count as first week sales. So we had Hotline Bling, One Dance Out, Controller Out. Those were the 3 biggest songs of the summer. There was nothing bigger than it. And all of those streams added up to his first week sales, bringing him to 1 million plus.
I'll give you the Hotline Bling, but One Dance wasn't a big record until afterwards. So like views and people got that whole like maybe where you at, but it wasn't as big when niggas like, well, what is Drake on? That wasn't a number one when it released. It released with Pop Styles, by the way.
You
remember that, right?
Mind. That was a huge record.
It was a huge record when people. One Dance did become a big record, but the album was already out. So like, yeah, it helped it, but that took it in the traditional sense. A single's supposed to boost your album sales. We're talking about the first week sales here. I'm not talking about like overall sales.
Though, yeah, but those numbers, those singles numbers actually counted towards the first week sales. Like if One Dance, like the numbers literally counted. Like those are counted in first week sales, the single sales for his number one songs. Also, Views was his most anticipated album ever. There was literally hype for a whole year when he was saying Views from a 6 is coming. This new one, Scorpion.
So you said this had no hype?
No, it had hype. It had a lot of hype because he had God's Plan out.
He had the Pusha T
beef, so people were expecting this, but he didn't have
the
streaming rules
album.
Sales. Yes, the streaming rules changed though. Now all the sales that your singles accumulate before the album drops, those no longer count to your first week sales. Those are like alone. They don't translate to your first week sales. So it's literally how many people listened to God's Plan when the album came out. Those are the only sales that count toward the album. So 750 is really good. No one is even close to him in rap. Who are the rappers who are even close to him? Nobody. How can this be disappointing?
Disappointing in Drake standards. In Drake standards, it is. It's disappointing. Like the reason knew Drake this was gonna happen. Like that's why you can do like let's be honest here. Why else would he do a double album? It's not like Side B is just amazing. Like no, he did Side B for streamings. Like there's 25 tracks. Like let's say, come on, like
I would say it's halfway streaming, half I just want to satisfy all my fans.
A side is like, yo, this is the album. B side is just like, yo, this is like technically this is me dropping a playlist with the album so he can get the streams. Like,
but this sounds like you bashing the album and not the sales right now. Do we talk?
No, we're talking about numbers and like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's more songs on this album, by the way, too. Like, he's catering to get the streams. Like,
and he got 750,000, the best debut in the last year. No one has had. No rapper has had more than that.
Cole sold what 400,000.
400,000. Kendrick sold like 600. And Kendrick had the old rules where Humble was a #1 track and was playing everywhere, and DNA was also.
It was only out for 2 weeks and didn't have what like views had. Views had.
But yeah, but still, he still got a boost from
Hotline Bling
Humble.
for how many weeks? Maybe even
And
months.
Views sold 1 million first week.
1 million first
1 million
week.
plus.
So it's like
so views is
and
all the
Drake
way out of
and
here.
Drake makes music to like, dude. Drake's music is easy to consume, so it's easier for you to get streams. So it's like, come on.
Or I mean, it's easier to consume because maybe it's just better if everyone likes.
It's not better. You just don't
mean
cater.
it's better?
No, I mean, just because a Transformer movie everyone watches, anyone can watch a Transformer movie.
I mean, yeah, but he is catering to a pop. He is a pop artist. He's a pop rapper.
Doesn't mean it's better than the movie Moonlight.
Okay, but he's a pop rapper who is making. It's not like he's just forcing these records. He's always been making music for people who like rap and people who like pop music. He always been making music for your grandma. Has he not? This ain't the first time he's singing.
I'm just saying the benefit. Yeah, I'm just saying the benefit. Like he's not. That's why these albums.
Yeah, but you can't hold it
Okay.
against him. You can't hold it against.
That's
him.
why this album is disappointing because people like to think he's like light years ahead of like Coles and the Kendrick, which these numbers prove it. Like, yeah, I guess he does more tour dates again because his demographic is probably like
way more
from
diverse.
anywhere
He
from
has
like
the
40
most
to
diverse.
50. Probably has like a 6-year-old in the crowd waiting to hear "Hold On, We're Going Home." But it's like you're not light years ahead of a guy who probably just appeal to like a certain hip hop core. You know, they probably don't like you like really have to be into hip hop to appreciate like Cole and Kendrick. Like, let's be honest.
I mean, Kendrick has a lot of fans who are just Kendrick fans and not fans of hip hop. By the way, "Humble" was a really big song. Was "Humble" at #1?
It might have been 1 or 2. But then again, that's a real
go.
hip hop record.
Arguably, he also had Rihanna on his album. It's not like he didn't go for that mainstream appeal. He had Rihanna on his album.
Loyalty.
You put Rihanna, loyalty is on the same level as "Love the Way You Lie" with Eminem and Rihanna. They're the same. That's what he's going for.
Yeah, but those weren't the first.
Also, he had a song with U2. Come on.
Okay, have you heard the song with U2? Like, what are the lyrics?
No, that song is garbage. That song is garbage. But I mean, I don't like that song.
Listen to the lyrics, my guy. That's not a radio single. He's talking about America and everything. What?
Yeah, but the name.
That shit ain't getting played in the fucking radio.
He used the name to hold the whole new demographic. The whole demographic is gonna listen to that song just because they're U2 fans.
Dude, I'm pretty sure like U2. I guess, but the song. Yeah, I mean, that's not a radio song. I don't know where you get into the U2.
Yeah, but people, it doesn't have to be a radio song. First of all, the radio isn't the most powerful thing right now. It's streaming. And if you are a
I don't think
fan,
U2 fans were U2 fans. When did U2 come out? They're like a 70s, 60s man, my guy.
Yeah,
them motherfuckers are buying the album. I don't think they're gonna buy a hip hop album.
And people
listen to
who
U2.
like U2, yeah, there are people who like every artist. Every artist has fans. People who like them are like, oh, a new U2 is on this song. Let me check this guy out. Get streams right there.
Yeah, but it's not as like as if you're comparing that to like Drake making music like "Hold On, We're Going Home." That's not even comparable. It's not even fair, you know. But yeah, I know we went on a whole tangent. That's why I look at it. It's just like Drake is the biggest star, but it's not like people. In my opinion, it's like not how people want you to believe. Like, yo, Drake's just light years away. No one can touch him. I mean, he again. He is ahead, but it's just like these numbers are reflecting of that, in my opinion.
And I would just end with, in America, Drake is #1, but not #1 by that far. In the rest of the world, no one is even close to Drake.
I'm in the hood with niggas don't bother me. 3500 my cardigan. Shot it gon' fuck.